Hey, thanks so much for being here. Welcome or welcome back. So this video is going to be about chatting with you guys through my process of basically using the month of February to reflect on the relationship that I have with my planners and notebooks. And I have a few prompts and just a process that I have that I would like to share with you. So if you're interested, I hope you stick around. So you know that I have here my visual notebook where I share with you my thoughts and process and stuff like that. I have a few prompts that I would like to share with you in case you want to apply this process to your own. But basically, what I do is in the month of February, I usually try to reflect on how my relationship is going, just like you will do with a regular relationship, you know, with your sister, friends, partner, and stuff like that. Um, just to kind of reflect on what's working, what needs improvement, and what you can, switch around or change, or just kind of truly think about how it's working and how it's going so far. Now that we are a full month in the new year, I think it's the perfect time because we have been enough time in our new planners, but not too long that if we need to change, we feel guilty about it. So I think it's just the perfect combination, right? So we have been a month in planners. We have tried new systems. We have either kept or brought new systems or systems from last year, or incorporated or improved or switched systems all together, right? But now that we have been a month, some of us have been in our planners longer than a month, like myself. I moved into my planner in at the end of November, so at this point we should have a bit even better idea, right, on what's working and what's not. But basically, what I'll do is just reflect, just kind of pull my planners and my stationery, whatever it is that I have been using, and go through them just to feel the feelings, right? Like what I really enjoy using and holding and pulling out, what I find myself constantly taking with me to use in the road or throughout the house, my office, and however your situation is, right? But what I find myself constantly pulling out to actually use, it is it's I don't know, it's just like a process of feelings. And I guess that the most important part of all of this is that we are truthful with how we feel when we are using the planners, because I think that in this community we tend to kind of go to and try new things because it's trending in the community, and everybody's talking about it and stuff like that. And sometimes we just don't feel connected to it, but we still push ourselves to use it just because everybody else is using it, right? And I talk, I say us in the community because I have been there too. So, anyways, so let me just take you to the actual spread here that I did. You already know my drill. In here, I have I love to create this visual spreads that I can share with you in ways that I can express, I guess, my thoughts and my ideas in the process with you in a visual way. So here we have my visual mapping here. So I titled it My Planner Relationships Reflection. I guess this is something again that you can apply to every aspect of your life, like what really your relationship with your work, with your hobbies, with your home, with your kids, with your friends, partner, like I said before. So just gonna use it as a inspiration, I guess, to do this in different areas of your life if you would like to to do something like that, right? But I think it's something good to do because it helps you to stay grounded and focused and truthful to what works for you and what's working and what's not, right? And what needs improvement. So basically, those are the three prompts I wrote in here. What is working? What is actually going perfect? Like something that I really truly enjoy pulling out every single day and using. And I'm talking here just specifically about planners, but again, like I said, you can apply it to anything. And I did, as you can see, I have my doodles in here because I kind of went through just a brief reflection before turning on the camera, right? But we'll talk through these in a second. The next prompt is what can improve. So different areas or different approaches or the system that I have in place that I think it can be a little bit better and more effective or bring me more joy and stuff like that. And then what needs to go. So what actually is not working, what is feeling like a burden or something that it's just more work than not. And it's not keeping that balance of productivity and creativity and merging the two and bringing me joy, right? When I use it. So let's just go through my process. Again, this is mine because it applies to my system, but you should, I guess, if you're following this system or this approach or this reflection, you can just pause, write the questions, and maybe answer them before you go through this with me. That way, it's not biased, I guess. based on my thoughts and my feelings. So now let's talk about my own system and reflections. So if I go through this question, what is going perfect, I would say that they having a master planner, it's actually going perfectly fine for me. It is the one that I use at the moment is the Wonderland 222 that I turned into rings, and I think that it's one of the reasons that I feel like it's going perfect because it has everything that I need in just one place, and I can just grab this planner and go, and I know that everything will be here. So that is actually working perfect. Having the system that works for me, that is customized to what I need at the moment, it has been a game changer. Sort of just kind of it takes me back to when I used to use just one bullet journal for my entire year. I knew that grabbing that notebook was everything that I needed to do. Just that one notebook held everything from thoughts, ideas, goals with business, home, family, you name it. It was everything in there, and that's basically what I'm trying to do in here. Actually, I did a video on how to turn your classic or um, ordinary planner, classic planner, into a bullet journal hybrid. And I just kind of went through my process and my thought process on that specific topic on a different video. So I'm gonna link it below in case you're interested in trying something like that. But basically, yeah, it's a classic planner. It's a dated planner, so it's not necessarily a bullet journal like a blank notebook that I turn into my planner. It's an actual dated planner that I'm turning slowly into a bullet journal hybrid because it has the dated aspect of it, but it also has the flexibility of me being able to add my own sections and collections and stuff like that. So for now, I think that that actually is going perfect. It's it's really working. So as far as perfect goes, this one is the main one that I think it's perfect. There's only a few things that I would like to switch around about it, but we'll get to that in a second. But for now, as far as planning goes, and that hybrid combination of the balance of productivity and creativity, it's in here. It's just perfect. So the next one that I have in here, and I did do the doodles because I do want to write a blurb about each one, why I feel that these are perfect, but I want to go through them with you first. So the next one that I think it's going perfect, and it's truly a surprise for me. It's something that I didn't expect. I thought about adding one of these to my system last year, and I never did. I just never I didn't find a reason to do that, so I never did. But this year I just went for it, and it has been working perfect. It's actually the one that I have been reaching the most after updating my master planner for the day. So these two have been the, I guess, the combo that I have been reaching for lately, and it's just worked perfect because again I gave it a purpose. It is basically my to-dos anyways for the day. So I'll just come over here and I'll write the to-dos for each day, and it just helps me focus on that. Even though you see that I have a few things going on in here, just doodles, and I have memorabilia of places we've been to. I add pictures and you name it. But basically, the most important aspect of this notebook, the main purpose of it, is to give me a guide per day, just for me to focus on that specific day. So I just come over here, add my day, my to-dos, and move on. And that is just the perfect balance into um, allowing me to be creative, sort of, because I'm actually setting it up, just adding like to dos, but I'm also being productive because then I feel the need to check off those items that I have added in here. So this one is definitely working perfect. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. So these two for now are in my perfect pile. And then the third one is this notebook. This is something that I just tried this year, and I have been enjoying it so much that I truly I think it's going to be part of my approach, I guess, moving forward, and that's basically for content creation. I don't necessarily use this notebook for actual planning, other than when I went to and I did reflections on my time zones and other videos that I actually have a playlist only for this notebook, and all the spreads that I have been doing in here to share my thoughts and processes. So I'll link that playlist below in case you're interested. But basically, it's for me being able to show you visually what my process is in terms of becoming better at planning or time management or self growth and self care, and and everything that I can think of that I would like to see it visually and reflect on it a little bit better or visual. That's what this notebook is for, and I have been enjoying the process so much because again, I feel like I can be productive, I can create useful spreads to me and things that help me become a better me, but also create and be more creative and stuff like that. So these three have been perfect so far to a point. There's things again that I could switch around. Basically, on the master planner, that there's one thing I guess that I might switch, but I'm not sure just yet. But as far as the system goes and what I reach for on a consistent basis or consistently, these three are the ones. So the next question is, what can I improve? And that where I come to the master planner. Let's start with that one. And what I can improve in that one is the sizing. I have been in this one for since well, like I said, I started at the end of November, and again, the master planner is perfect. It is just has everything that I want, and and I actually purposely picked the A5. I knew I wanted to be in a A5, but I did find out that it is extremely big when you have an all-in-one planner, and it is an A5, and then you have to carry it with you everywhere. Um, so we have been out and about a little more lately, and I like to bring my planner all the time. But I found out before I actually cut it into rings that it just felt like a burden to bring it with me. It was just too heavy, too much going on at and just like a big book. And I don't know, it didn't feel right. So that's when I decided to cut it so I could divide the months. So right now, technically, what I have in here is 2 months, I believe. I believe it's just 2 months. Um, I only have I only have what's happening? I only have February in here. Yep, February, and then I have March, and that's it. So basically, these are the months, and then I have a few. I guess the chunk of it is the chunk of it is my dailies, which I added a few just so I can have them available. But this right here is just 2 months and dailies, and still, it's not necessarily a big chunk of pages. But imagine this when it was like full, and me adding more sections and stuff to it. It was getting a little bit chunky, and it's just too much to for me to bring out and about. So I have ended I decided to remove stuff from it and just make it less bulky and less heavy for me to bring, and still it just feels too big for me to carry around. So improvement the the improvement portion of it will be if I could replicate the system in a smaller system. Now, I do want to continue to use this file, this folder, and or this cover, and I can't do that. I can make this one smaller because I just can't do that. I'm not that crafty, but yeah, I guess that's the only thing that I could improve about this one, and maybe I could feel the more attracted to bring it with me out and about instead of adding other planners to bring out with me, which will take me to the companion, which we'll talk about in a second. But basically, I guess in terms of this one is the sizing. Everything else works perfect. All the sections work great. I have everything that I need in this planner, and I love the pages, the paper, the flexibility of presets, dates and spreads, but also the flexibility or the ability to add more custom pages. It's perfect, but the sizing is too much. And being in it for the last 2 months, I guess, it has proven to me that maybe as an everyday carry all in one like that, it's just too much. So the next one that I can improve is not my common planner, well, my common planner, which is the one that I use as my companion. And you've seen this one before. I think I introduced this to you guys about a month ago or so. I got it because I wanted to have a smaller version of my master planner, and I wanted to be a different planner than what I already have. This is the one I wanted to do, and this is a common planner, sterlingink common planner TN size, and it is the compact version, which was to me the ideal option, because I didn't need it to be a full year or anything like that. I just needed it to be able to hold information that I felt was important for me to refer to when I'm out and about. So the idea was that this is going to be my summary of what's going on in my master planner. So when I am out and about, I could just take this one with me and know what's coming up. And I do have decoration in here, some stickers, doodles, and stuff like that. It's just my way of planning, but basically what it has is just the most important, right? Appointments, to-dos, things that needs to happen on a daily basis, or things that I'm tracking and stuff like that. So um, that was the idea, but I'm not necessarily feeling attracted to opening this one every day because, again, of what it is. I think it's because of that. It could also be because I'm enjoying the other ones so much that I don't feel the need to add another one like that. But I think it's mainly because I feel like I'm duplicating information. So to improve it, I need to come up with an option or a system sort of where I don't feel like I'm duplicating information and I'm adding more work to myself. Um, so I still have to decide whether I want to be turn my common planner into my master main planner and then um, replace my big planner, or if I'm going to be planning a little bit different so it doesn't feel like I'm just double planning, I guess. So basically what it takes me to is to these are the two areas that I want to improve. So first on my main planner, master planner, I want to improve the sizing, the feeling of it being too big. How can I do, what can I do, I guess, to improve that? And the same thing with the companion is how can I make it feel like it's not a burden to keep up with? And then that takes me to the last prompt, which is what needs to go. And in here, right off the bat, I added my common planner companion because again it's the one that is feeling like a burden, like I'm having more work than I want to, but at the same time I do want to keep it in my system. So if I cannot make it work, I'm allowing myself a little bit more time to see what I can do to improve um, both of these and then decide whether or not I'm gonna let it go. But if I had to let go one like today, it would be the companion because again, it's the one that is feeling more of a burden than not, I guess. And these are my main planners. So these three are the ones that again I use on or these four, I guess, including this notebook that I'm using, are the ones that I try to keep in my desk at all times and stuff like that. Like I said before, this one is the one that it's feeling like a burden. So it's the one that I update every now and then. And then these two are my actual planners, the ones that I read for every single day. In addition to these that I just showed you, I do have a few others that I use for different things. If you've been here for a while, you know that I love my tarot cards, my tarot planners. So I do have two Hobonichi weeks in here that I use for reflection and tarot. And then I added this notebook or this book, I guess, about moon planning. It's just more of a guide. It is a journal actually. So you have a daily space for your journal entries regarding um, your plans and how you're using the moon as a guide and stuff like that. So it's a good planner. It's a very insightful, I guess, in terms of moon planning itself. But I do not enjoy writing in this notebook. I don't know if you can tell by the way it opens, but these pages are extremely stiff, like almost cardstock. So it's very hard to. It's just not enjoyable to write in it or to keep it open or to just kind of flip through the pages. It's just not attractive, like in that sense. It does have a lot of good information and it has um, the visual aspect of it. It's it's good, it's nice, but again, it's just not an enjoyable book to open every single day. So what ended up doing last moon cycle was actually cutting out the pages and putting them in my rings and just used it there. And I mainly used it as a guide. I didn't necessarily write in it because again, like I said, it's just not enjoyable to write in it. So I'm basically using it as a guide. So if I needed to let it go, this will definitely be one of those that I will just let go and find another system. But for now, I'm using it as a combination with my tarot reading for each day, which I do on my Hobonichi Weeks Mega, which I have been using actually since last year. So we are already, I'm done with, actually, no, never mind. I'm not done with months. I have one more month to go. or two, I guess. So we have February, and then we have March, and then the monthlies are gone for 2024. And then I still have plenty of dailies, which I'll be able to use for a little longer. So let me just show you how I'm using them like this. So every single day I come over here and I'll do an entry for the day, tarot message and stuff like that. And I use the moon journal and my tarot as a combination guide for reflections and stuff like that. So this is basically my moon or tarot planner, and using this one before. And then this one is the one that I've been using for self-care, which I switch around the approach to it. I have been trying different things every now and then, but basically what I do is just every morning it's serving me as my morning pages, let's say, something like that. But instead of a page, is actually an entry um, per day. So it goes like this. This is just a quick view on my week. So I'll just come over here, write about what I'm thankful or grateful for in the morning, and then just a blurb if I continue, if I want to add a little bit more towards the right. That's pretty much what I do. So it is working. It's just an outlet for me to write a little bit more. I like writing anyways, so it just gives me more paper to write. But if I had to let this go, I could do that and then just add the tarot practice to whatever planner I decide to keep, or whatever other system I have. I just use those right now because it's still in my system is what I have. Now that we have gone through the prompts in here, we should have a better idea. I guess I do have a better idea on um, reflecting on what has been working, what can improve a little, and what I will let go at the right time. I'm not going to let go of anything at the moment, but if I had to, it will be my companion. And that's basically because of how it feels every time I try to reach for it. It just doesn't feel attractive. And I'm thinking again, like I said before, it's because I'm feeling like that it's just double entries, and that's not necessarily what I want to do. So what I'm going to do is write a blurb of each one, just why I think this one is perfect, why I think this one's perfect, and this one, why I think these two can improve, and why I think this one will be the one to let go. And then after I write a little bit more about those thoughts and feelings, I will have a better idea on how to move forward. And that's what this page comes to. So I left it open just for anything. You could do, if you're following this spread and you're going to do it on your own notebook or whatever, you could just do a letter to your planners, like what is that you feel when you pull them out, what do they bring to the table, and then have a better idea, I guess, on how you want to apply what you've discovered after this reflection. So I went with my thoughts and what we discussed about my system. I hope that you have done the same on your end with your planners. But basically, again, what I did just to kind of summarize what I did was summarize what I was talking about per planner. So what is perfect about my master planner, what is perfect about my notebook, my pocket notebook, my creative journal, what can I improve? And these are the two planners that I feel I could improve a little more. And if I cannot improve, then this is the one that I will let go, because again, it's the one that it's not necessarily bringing any value um, to my system or my planner journey, I guess, and how I feel about it. It's just not bringing any joy and value to me. So I am going to allow myself another month of trying this common planner, which is, again, like I said, I've been using as a companion. Or the idea of it was to use it as a companion, but I think I'm going to give it a new purpose. And if I do that, maybe I can find that joy, that joyful attachment or attractiveness to it. Because again, since right now it is just a companion, it's basically just a copy of the information of my master planner. So I'm not really feeling connected to it. So I'm going to try to find a new purpose for it. And probably that will be another video in itself. But basically, that's my reflection, I guess, on my relationship with my planners. Like I said before, I left this page open, which I will, off camera, will do like a letter to my planners and a promise, I guess, to myself to improve, to continue to improve and apply my findings to my system moving forward. As a final thought, I do want to point out that we all have different approaches, I guess, to the planning system. We all have different purposes for our planners, and different goals, I guess, to what we want our planners to bring to us and what we want them to do for us. So the other thing that I could say is that just give yourself a few extra days if you're not sure, maybe even another month. Like I said here, I am going to give myself another month on this one to find it another purpose and see if I can feel attracted to it and I can make it work for my system. But just gotta find ways to make it work for you, but also be truthful to yourself and value your feelings and listen to your intuition. So if you feel like something is not working and it's not bringing you joy, do not force yourself to use it just because everybody else is using it in social media. It's just not gonna bring you any joy or it's not going to help you to progress. It's just going to keep you stuck because then you won't feel attracted to use it. You won't use it. You won't follow through with your goals and to dos and stuff like that. So it's like a domino effect when you do that to yourself, right? So, anyways, I guess that was my final thoughts. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope again that that has been helpful. And until next time.